Hey everybody, it's Michael. So many of you have reached out, just following up, just checking in, and I am overwhelmed with gratitude for you. I feel I was almost surprised that people missed me. And so I wanted to make this video and just let you know what I've been up to and what's coming in the future for 2022. I feel like I owe it to you. Some of this is photography related, some of it is not. For those of you that don't know, the term ikigai is really an intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And I've had that for so many years with photography. It was just a really good fit. To give us a little bit of background, I've been doing aid work since Haiti in 2010. I've deployed many times to the Salvation Army and partnering with other groups. For whatever reason, I have been given certain gifts in disaster aid work that if you put Michael into a disaster situation, for some reason, I just know what to do. I know where the resources are, how to put them together, and things come together. I'm good at it. And up to this point, I've never been paid for that. For 10 years of disaster aid work, it's just something I love to do. But recently, I've finally have gotten some support where I can actually get paid for that work when I'm gone for weeks at a time, and it's cutting into my business world. So in a way, I have found another ikigai where this is where all these things are coming together. And there was an opportunity to go and help bring in supply chain tools and knowledge for COVID vaccines in Indonesia. And it was an amazing experience. The problem that we were looking at was how can we bring cold medicine that has to stay within a certain temperature to very remote locations, because this was directly related to COVID vaccines. COVID vaccines are a hot topic. I am pro-medicine. I am anti-mandate. I don't believe in forcing people to take medicine they don't want. This is not in my wheelhouse. But I also believe that everybody in the world should have the same choices for what kind of medical care they want. We have amazing infrastructure here in the United States, and there are countries all over the world that do not have that same infrastructure. They do not even have the option or the choice to have access to the medicines that we do. That's really the heart of the matter here. So when UPS came to me, they wanted me to go and take a look at last mile delivery for vaccines. How do we get vaccines or medicines to very hard to reach places, because they have to be maintained within a certain temperature? And that trip was a great success. I am thrilled with the result. If you want to see a video about what we did, I will post that link in the description to my other YouTube channel, which is going to be more about the disaster aid work I do. I run a charity organization called Red Lightning, and I get some really cool opportunities. And I kind of want to separate my photography from my disaster aid work, because I know most of you are here for photography, but I'm just letting you know that work was summarized in a video, and we have a solution now to bring medicines anywhere in the world. So one of the problems I had when I was in Indonesia is I kept getting sick. I couldn't really understand what was going on, and I kept running into this illness for like 8 months. It was ridiculous, where my throat was sore. I thought it was acid reflux. Doctors were giving me acid reflux medicine, but it wasn't really helping. It really wasn't going away. And it turns out, I just found this out a couple weeks ago, I'm allergic to peanuts. And I never knew it until that blood test came back. I was a little suspicious about a month ago because nothing was working and it was inexplicable. And I said, maybe it's a food allergy. I've eaten peanut butter my whole life. And apparently when I eat it now, it's like basically eating acid. So I can't have peanut butter anymore, which is crazy to me. But I am totally relieved we know what it is and my health is coming back and I'm feeling great. Within a few weeks of returning from Indonesia, I got another request to go to a different country, this time Malawi, which is a southeastern African country. It's like a little skinny strip. And this time, UPS was asking me to go and help bring in ultra cold, which is basically -60 to -90. This is what is required to support Pfizer vaccines. At the time, Pfizer doses were really proliferating. It was the most accessible. The problem with Pfizer vaccines is countries cannot receive them unless they have ultra cold capability. So there's tons of countries like this where the resources are available, but without a way to store them, they can't accept them. So I went in with a UPS vice president. He's also one of my aid work partners. His name's Craig Arnold. And we went in and we set up a relationship with the Ministry of Health, UNICEF, USAID, the CDC. And working with the Malawi government, we were able to bring in these little portable freezers called Sterlings. We brought in 31 of them. And these little freezers will do ultra cold in a portable manner. So you can put them in cars, you can transport them around, you can plug them in at hospitals. They're fantastic. The problem with this was that there was no training for them. And we had to scramble to make a training program. And I'm like, oh, I can do this. You know, I teach photography and this is kind of my wheelhouse. This is something I'm good at. Made an ultra cold chain training website for governments, for aid workers, for vaccine workers, and put it together. It has quizzes. It's pretty cool, I think. Anyway, I'm pretty proud about that. But working together with UNICEF, UNICEF brought in the large ultra cold freezers. We brought in the small ultra cold freezers, some training, and partnering together, Malawi, a country of 20 million people, now have ultra cold capability. To me, man, that just feels amazing to bring a new capacity for medicine to a whole country. So you can see the dilemma that I have now, you know, being pulled from two directions of continuing this kind of aid work and photography, which has been part of my life for the last 15 years. And I have to kind of make a decision in terms of balance because now there are all these other opportunities starting to open. So the cool thing about this is there's tons of great places for photography in Africa. And the night before I left, I actually text messaged Chelsea. I'm like, should I get the 600 or the 800 F11? She's like, it doesn't matter, get one of them. So I got the 600, went to Africa, had an amazing experience at my first African safari. I hope I can tell you guys about it in another video. It was mind-blowing. It was just so incredible. And in that sense, it kind of reawoken my love for photography for the sake of photography, not so much work. And that's something that I've been missing in my life for a long time, is shooting for fun. Everything else is shooting, you know, for work related, but it was a great experience. I got some amazing images. I'll share a couple with you here. Hopefully I can talk about that in another video. So I was in Malawi for 6 weeks. I ended up going to Zambia for another 2 weeks. I've been home for about 2 months now, and I was a little torn between jumping right back into the videos versus working on a project that I've been working on for years, and that is the Maven photography filter line. These filters are coming in 2022. There's going to be a Kickstarter. If you are interested in it, make sure that you're signed up to my newsletter. I'll put that link in the description or in one of my Facebook groups. I will make those announcements there. Take advantage of those early bird specials because you will never find another high quality filter at this price again. What I'm trying to do is to bring really high quality filters with a couple tweaks that will make it easier to use and really improve the shooting experience. And we have a whole filter line planned. There's probably going to be 2 or 3 different launches in 2022, but most of my time since I've been home has been dedicated to the testing, working with manufacturers, getting everything just right, and it is coming. We're very, very close to making that final announcement. So many of you are probably wondering what's going to be going on with my channel moving forward. I think suffice it to say, I am going to focus on the things that only I can do. If it's a video that I think a lot of other people have made, or I couldn't really add a whole lot to it, I'm probably not going to do it. But if I have something important to say, or there's something I learned or discovered, lens comparisons I feel pretty comfortable with, you're still going to see those videos. Just know that you also might see some of these pictures coming from Africa and some of the travels I'm going to be doing moving forward. Those trips are not going to be 6 or 9 months. It's going to be like 2 weeks at a time. So in conclusion, that's what's been going on. I thank you guys so much for your support. It means a ton to me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here, but just know I am working really, really hard to bring you some great products for 2022. Thank you guys again. Appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you next time.